Submissions 101, I'm going to talk about the fence, or the defensive stance. Now, the fence was made popular by Geoff Thompson, a remarkable writer, Ex Bouncer. He has several books out. I suggest you go check out his stuff. And I've been using the fence for probably a dozen years now. And about 8 years ago, I read his book on the fence. And he basically named it. And what the fence is putting up a defensive barrier between you and an aggressive opponent out on the street. Someone emailed me and asked me, well, how do you deal with the sucker punch? It's very difficult to defend against something you can't see. But everyone will have precursors to violent behavior. And you'll see them posturing, shedding, taking off their clothes. And so there's tells. Another really good writer to check out is Darren Lohr. And Darren has a website called personalprotectionsystems.ca. He has a whole bunch of articles on reality-based self-defense. There's a whole bunch of really good writers out there on the web that deal with it. It's really important that if you're doing martial arts and jiu-jitsu that you know the difference between sport and reality and how it differs out on the street as opposed to inside in the dojo or on the mat. So in this video we're going to talk about the fence and the different systems, how to throw up the fence from the sucker punch and how to defend yourself in a way which is not aggressive but also helps and will protect you. So I'm going to have Tristan come in and we'll show how the defense works. Okay, understanding how to put up a fence when someone's aggressive towards you. Now, if he's an aggressive person, there are different ways of putting the fence up. You don't necessarily have to get, a boxer stance in here, in tight or anything like that. You can have your hands up. Typically a fence is just like that. Taking a normal step back, placing the hands up. It's basically just a general defensive stance. There are different ways to put up the fence. One of them is here, here, I don't want any trouble, give me verbal commands, like that. Sometimes the fence that we use in bouncing, there's a couple different techniques. Some of the guys that I work with will be here and they'll have their hands like this, talking, and it allows them to engage if they have to. So I'm here, it's not threatening, but if he's raising his hand to fight, I can immediately come in. Another one, which is called the Rodin or the thinker, is one that I use a lot, is when someone's talking here, I have my hand up, and what this does is it allows me to protect the important parts and also the head as well. So if I'm talking to someone here, I might be able to block, come in, the sucker punch is there. It's right there as that block. So I was like, hey man, I don't want any problems. Immediately coming in, and then it's basically I'm spearing in here with this elbow and coming in. So those are two versions of the fence. Another version of the fence is a person's aggressive, he's talking, he's posturing here. It's like, hey buddy, I don't want any problems. I have my elbow up, looks like I'm just scratching my arm. Again, if I know that that's there, I can come in immediately and I have my hands up. The worst thing to do is when an aggressive patron's there, I see this a lot, where people will take their hands and put them in their pockets or just stand there like this. This is ridiculously dumb because he's got a clear shot. Anyone who's showing any precursors to violent behavior, immediately the hands come up, creating distance. The good thing about the fence is, when I have my hands up, this allows a distance. I know where he is. So if I'm here, I can measure from here. So I have my hands up, hey, I don't want to deal with your problems, boom, I can come in. So the fence is basically just a stance, having the hands up in a non-aggressive form, able to move back and forward, engaging, blocking, and punching at the same time. So I suggest you look at Geoff Thompson stuff, Darren Lohr, another mentor of mine, Ivan Doc Holliday. He's got a couple books out. He's a bouncer, been a bouncer for a long, long time. He's got books out there, Bouncer's Bible. So check out these guys. They have some really good stuff.